to go into space. I really need like a full countdown, I reckon.
I'm going to push you to the back. And hello, all you folks out there in YouTube land. Blair the Crockett Squirrels here, standing in for the Taxman, because the Taxman sicketh. So we're gonna do what we can to fill those boots. But we are short the intro and outro sequences, unfortunately for everyone's. I know you guys enjoy that kind of thing, but just we don't have. I don't have them. I don't have access to them, at least not for the moment. And it is time to bring in the V.O.N, who will take who steps into my shoes to read us the rules.
So, rule number 1, don't be a dick. Rule number 2, if you have any issues, problems, or queries, please see rule number 1.
Haha.
That includes no spitting on the pavement. I'm watching you guys.
And do not contact anybody that we're going after in this video. This video is there so that we can go after them. Don't take it to them in real life. Please do not do that.
Leave it to the professionals, I'd say.
Yes, we make the video. They sometimes watch the video, and then they yell at us because we're being meanie poo poo heads.
Yes, like the true adults we are.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so yeah, do not be meanie poo poo heads. We are your avatars for this purpose. Let us do it, because if we take some flack for it, yeah, if you give them flack, they're still going to give us, and they're going to give us flack for what we said and what you said too, and that could turn into lawsuits, and we don't want that unless you're planning on paying for it.
Yeah, I don't have a law degree just yet, but you know what? Maybe that'll be the next thing I step into.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not even sure how the legal. We're gonna have a talk later on about how the legal profession works.
Quite a deep talk for that one.
In the UK at this point, because lawyers apparently come in 2 or 3 different flavors.
Yes, many different flavors: strawberry, apple, and lawyer.
Yeah. Okay. They don't do blueberry or grape?
No. That's an America exclusive, I think.
Oh, okay. Unfortunate.
I know.
Actually, I think they might come in mango in Germany.
They come in limey.
Well, that would go without saying.
True.
So we are gathered here today to have a chat about an outfit called Silicon Echoes, also known as Zonitron, and a few other things that some people may or may not remember. There's only like 20 or 25 of those, but they were the makers of a game, of a great many games. Makers, will put that in heavy scare quotes for you here. Including this one, The Last Photon. Some of these games were actually pretty tasty. Very few of them. Others were, we put this together from a little project file that we didn't bother to modify very much.
Always
because we're lazy bastards and we want to be able to turn them over. We want to be able to turn these over as quickly as possible.
Quick money for no effort. I like it.
Yeah. Okay, but these people originally existed in those heady days in which we also had Digital Homicide. Digital Homicide was just so forward for its day that they scooped up all the attention, and these guys here managed to make a serious bank while we weren't paying attention until we did.
To be fair, this game that you've put on the screen, The Last Photon, it does look quite good.
Well, yeah, it's kind of a blocky thing. But we're going to have... See, that is The Last Photon, supposedly. His name is Joshua.
Aww.
And Joshua just went away.
Why did you kill Joshua? What did Joshua ever do to you? It's oddly beautiful and oddly captivating. I think the thing that makes it for me is a soundtrack. I do like a nice sort of calm soundtrack for these sorts of things.
Well, they've actually only got the one piece of music.
Sometimes one piece is all you need. Just think about anime for that one. Damn, that's some good gamer score coming your way.
Yeah, no shit.
See, this doesn't seem too bad as an onlooker, but
As an onlooker, I selected this one in particular because it's really not that bad as games go. It's actually one of their better ones.
Yeah, it definitely looks it. It looks like very polished. It's simple but effective.
Well, the point of it to be simple, really.
True. I can't wait to get the battle pass for it.
Okay.
So that's one example of these games, right?
Ooh, I see Len. Hello, Len. How are you?
Hello.
Great to see you.
We're talking about Silicon Echoes to the crowd.
So, which I just today figured out that Silicon Echoes aren't like breast implants. So we're learning.
Yes. But yes, they put out some games that were okay. They put out some games that were like the last Photon actually halfway decent for what they were. And then there was a whole bunch of asset flips, sometimes even whole projects. Sometimes they'd repackage the same game with minor alterations.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't broke, don't charge the customer twice for it. You said
yeah.
No. You got to always charge the customer double.
Well, it's 2 or 3 or 5.
Hey, money's money.
Yeah.
But yes, they have returned with some of their games, including the one I was just playing, to the Epic Game Store.
Yeah.
Which, in case anybody missed it, that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
We're having to try and clean up their mess all over again, which is really unfortunate.
But are they being promoted on the Epic Game Store?
No, they seem to be. But the one thing they seem to have the most of is price tags. Because these games sold at an average of $2 to $3 on Steam back when they actually had access to it.
Don't you understand? You spent $2 on it, therefore you personally bought you're personally supporting all of it.
Well, actually, funnily enough, I have several of their games. I didn't pay for any of them.
The pirate copies, I see.
No, it's completely legal. No, I haven't. I went through a PR site that had them.
Oh, very nice.
Because guess who is doing then what he is doing now?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right, folks. Lord Crocker Squirrel Gaming. Go check it out when you get an opportunity.
Shameless plug there.
Oh, absolutely. All 3 people that are watching.
No.
Which probably includes 2 of us. All right, so. But no, they had some of these games were just absolutely terrible. And we're not talking about terrible insofar as, hey, Raz. We're not talking terrible as in really disturbingly bad games. I mean, this is an ET, the extra large ELT, the extra large testicle that was put out by Digital Homicide. I'll put that up for you later if you want.
Oh yeah, can't wait to see them testicles.
No, it's just one great big testicle, and you're chasing women all over.
You know what? I'll pass, but thank you.
Um, let's see. But no, we're getting off the subject. To give you to kind of give you an idea of what went on, we have we have we have one of Sanji's trademark freaking spreadsheets to share with you today.
Love a good spreadsheet.
Pop that up. Okay, so here we have. Yes, that's right, folks. 174 games.
Did Sanji make this?
Part of that, part of it he copied.
I was going to say, we need to check in on him more.
Grab the Games is actually a very tiny publisher. These folks here, actually, they've pulled up they brought in some really nice. They bring in some nice stuff. They are not directly associated with Silicon Echo or any of the other developers that they do business with.
I see.
And as you can see, we've got. See, actually, these two here, Unblocky 3, or Unblocky. Well, the 3 Unblocky games.
Wow.
Well, all 4 of them. All 4 of these Unblocky games here.
0 peak players.
They were not. There's no peak players and no price tags because they didn't actually manage to release it.
Wow.
They got booted before they could. But you can see. But if you look at the Steam prices, you're talking $2 or $3, maybe $4 on some of them.
Yeah, but nothing too like expensive. Like, yeah, at the end of the day, $4 isn't like a massive deal.
And some of them might have actually been worth part of that.
That's true. Yeah, because some of those could be like a couple hours of playthrough.
And some of them could be, and we're good with that.
And Brilliant Bob, for example, that looks like it did quite well. 5,000, well, nearly 6,000 players at one point.
Yep, Brilliant Bob.
I wonder how brilliant he really was, though.
I don't know. I don't actually have an answer for that, but it's Monday, and it's early for me. I'm not sure. I know it's not so early for you, V.O.N, and it might not be so early for. Well, say it's early ask. We're going to go with that.
That's fair. Wow. By the looks of it, Brilliant Bob was a purple square. And he's got sunglasses, so he must be brilliant.
Okay, I'm actually waiting for the Epic Game Store to cooperate, so.
Oh, that's fine. Do we have elevator music just to pass by the time?
Well, I can turn the game back on.
Yes, let's see what Joshua's up to.
Hey, let's not say we did.
So is it always called Joshua, the last photon, or is it just like a randomly generated name? Because if it was like the player's name, that'd be pretty cool.
Joshua is just the quote unquote character that they have in mind.
So it's not like a procedurally generated name.
No, it's not. I don't.
That's fair. He did look like a Joshua. I'll give him that. Even though he's just a ball of light.
I don't think Brilliant Bob was ever as brilliant as Guinness.
Nothing is ever that brilliant.
I don't know. It sounds like some of them can be, or at least they can try to be.
Well, yeah, for having like that many peak players, that's impressive for what these are.
I agree. It is.
The ones with zeros, though, they need to step it up. Maybe we should give those a go next time. Did any of these make it to console at all? Or are these just all on Steam?
I don't think so. I think these were restricted to the Steam store.
Ah, damn.
Well, the Steam store would be easy to get to.
True.
All right, so let's set that aside here for a moment. I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back in a minute. But I want to show you a couple of these.
Absolutely.
Granted, this era, it probably could have been on the PlayStation Store.
Well, probably could have. So
Game of the year.
Yeah.
here's the Epic Store page for the last Photon.
Oh,
And you can see the price tag.
how much was it before on the Steam one?
Let me grab my spreadsheet again.
I think you mean Sanji's spreadsheet.
I'm the one operating it.
Oh, okay, I'll allow it.
The original was $4.
Oh, okay, so yeah,
It's a price increase. Never mind that they're getting. I think they're supposed to be getting a better share on Epic Store than they would have otherwise. Okay, so let's have a look at the. Really?
Considering the amount of effort in these games, yes, it is Croc Squirrel's spreadsheet.
Yeah.
That's very fair.
All right. Let's grab a list of the stuff that they've actually released here. Okay, and there isn't anything new here. There really isn't. This one's not available till the 1st, so we can't tell you what the price tag for that is. But if I grab this back out, we have, what do we got here? Slingster 2.
Quality game.
Not.
Now, this might be just, maybe me being silly, but what is a slingster?
I have no idea. Okay. But Slingster 2 is being sold now at base for $11.99, $12. How much am I bid for the original Steam price?
I'm gonna say $5.
Considering the top end of the spreadsheet was $4? Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah, $2 again.
Yep, this one was $2.
Wow, inflation really hit the gaming industry.
I know, right?
Yeah.
The first Spark was, I think it was. It's now. What do you see between the last Photon and the first Spark?
They look the same.
Because they are.
No, I believed in the last Photon. God damn it.
The first Spark was actually quote unquote made later. And Tesla's best friend, same thing.
Oh,
it's the same asset pack, only this time they reversed it.
I'm not gonna lie, Squirt. This has generally broken my heart. Like, I'm generally devastated.
Okay.
I really believed in Joshua and his last Photon.
Okay.
You have a heart. That's your first weakness.
Well, I mean, being on this podcast is definitely whittling it down. But yes, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Let's see where Torch Cave is.
I mean,
Okay,
you got to get
the original Torch Cave, which is currently going for $10 on a 30% sale.
Let me guess, $2.
$1.99.
I wasn't far off. Fair
Torch
enough.
Cave 2 was $4.
Wow.
So
I
that's
reckon
going
to be $20.
Wind up being $15.
Yeah. But you got to hand it to him. The guy on the Torch Cave artwork, he's got a brilliant moustache.
Yes.
And really, that's what I look for in a game.
Really?
No. But, yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2, good facial hair there.
I don't know. I haven't played
Hey,
it.
that was the reason I'm here.
That's true. Yeah, your avatar, yeah. Amazing. I made the mistake of shaving off my facial hair this weekend, so sad times.
I did cut my hair, but I still have the mustache.
How much are you selling the hair for?
Uh, I don't know. It's unfortunately the hair isn't available to be had, let alone sold.
Well, that's my day ruined,
Okay.
but fair enough.
We've got a whole bunch of Trust and Triumph games on this list over here, all of which debuted at $4. They're selling that for they're selling that for merely double.
Yeah. They all just look the same, just with a slightly different filter on them.
It's because they are.
Such a sad time.
Again, this was their stock in trade the whole time.
Hmm.
But it just took us a while to notice because Digital Homicide was Digital Homicide.
In all fairness, I don't know why I'm complaining, because, Call of Duty does this every year.
Yeah, well, but Call of Duty, they might almost have something extra for us.
Yeah, just more disappointment most years.
More than 170 games, of which they have scored 11 to the store here. All of the minimal effort. They're all minimum effort.
Do they have any reviews on them?
No, and there are no forums either, because that's not something that Epic does.
Oh.
Epic doesn't do those.
Oh.
I have to give Call of Duty this. They are flipping assets they do own.
Yeah, as opposed to something they bought for $10 and then we lost land.
We did. He was too heartbroken by the games.
Yeah, you buy a $10 asset pack and then you make like 10 games out of it.
Wow.
Completely unlike Digital Homicide, who took one asset pack and made more than 30.
Well, I guess they couldn't afford the assets. It's not ideal, were they?
Well, there was a thought that they might have actually gone to the trouble of pirating said packs.
Oh. We don't encourage piracy.
No, we can't do that.
It's not a pirate's life for me.
Nope, not permitted. Although some are going to be more easily raided and plundered than others. But the way this all pans out, yeah, they seem like they're well-built little games. They're not, because almost nothing was done.
Yeah, it's a shame. But it is weird because I once did play a pirated game, but it's weird because the age rating said R rating.
Arr.
Yeah.
Oh. Actually, Digital Homicide got all the attention it did, not because it released an absolutely terrible game that got picked up by one of the bigger reviewers of the day, Jim Sterling and The Slaughtering Grounds, respectively. The game was just terrible. It was horrifying and bad. But at least at that point, we can say that Digital Homicide actually tried to make a game, even if they were just throwing assets at maps.
Did they get many sales?
No, they got quite a few after Sterling. After Sterling sideways promoted it.
So ironically, they made a killing.
It was Digital Homicide's response that eventually got the attention required to get them booted off the frickin' store.
Wow, I bet they were dead impressed.
Oh yes. Not only that, they sued Valve so that they could get the names of all the peoples that were naysaying them on Steam and the YouTube.
That's actually ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, review the developer Digital Homicide videos that I put up, videos / live streams that I put up, those were still getting views when that channel went down.
Wow.
Seriously,
Pretty
we're
impressive.
still getting views.
You should do a sequel.
Yeah, it's the sequel to Digital to Review the Developer Digital Homicide 8 or 9, I think was the last one. Is the Digital Homicide Supercut,
Ah, I see.
wherein we get about 24 hours worth of footage
Mm.
and pin it all together and upload that.
But yeah, we got to keep using the same asset pack for that, though.
Well, you know, I don't know what else I could say about them at this point. Although they did some of they were the ones that pioneered some of the stunts that Silicon Echo / Zonatron picked up or they used. For example, in Wyatt Derp and Wyatt Derp 2, it is precisely the same game, all the way down, from top all the way down.
That's mildly impressive. I can't lie. They've managed. They just have the audacity.
But
to do
there
that.
was there was one difference that let them sell it as a sequel.
The word two.
Well, no, that's not a significant difference. What they did was they moved the camera up 90 degrees, so that instead of a front on rail shooter, kind of rail shooter, you got a top down shooter.
Oh, that's smart. That's so clever.
They actually managed to do this several times. And
I'm sure they've run out of angles.
In one of them, they actually managed to squirrel it up so you could actually get the original view.
That is hilarious. Dear God.
You know, palette swap or this was a better one, and this was a mistake Zonatron managed to not make, funnily enough. But if you fired up Mini Attack Sub, which is supposed to be this underwater side-scrolling shooter thing, but you looked at the upper left-hand corner in the title bar, it said hovering helideath.
Damn.
Literally the same game, except with the assets changed.
Well, I mean, you got to admire them for that at least.
I admired them thoroughly for just having the biggest set of steelies this side of anywhere. I mean, you got some Russian strong dudes that are going, oh, dude, I would never do this.
We would never do this. It would be not good for vodka. And there goes my.
I remember wondering at the time how strong their vodka was.
Well, I'll tell you who would know the answer to that: the people who are flipping those assets, because they must be drunk as a skunk, just carrying on doing the same old thing.
Hey, Mello, how you doing? And Patty too. Woohoo! How you guys doing today? Oh, Brett, so understandable.
Oh well, that's yeah. I mean, I don't know what to say about my accent. It just exists, I'm afraid.
Oh, Len managed to get back.
Brill.
Sorry about the wait, Len.
It decided that my webcam was not connecting to that particular USB.
Don't you just hate technology sometimes?
I don't even have a webcam plugged in, and I can use this thing. Okay.
Well, I have a desktop, not a laptop.
Oh,
You and me both.
Yeah. Anyway, Vaughn, this stream is strictly no Russians. Okay.
no Russians. Got it. Sorry.
That
wasn't me. That was my Russian cousin. I'll tell him to go away. Sorry about that. I don't know how he got in here.
Somebody is big silly.
His name was V.O.N, by the way. But yeah.
And here I thought it was Vladimir.
No. That's actually kind of stereotypical, I'm afraid.
Or Maxim. All right.
Joseph, his name was.
So yeah, no, our little buddies over at Silicon Echo decided they were going to try and sneak in the super epic backdoor, which is honestly not a good look.
Ah,
You got run out of the gaming industry for a reason, there, guys. You might want to think about that.
yeah. Maybe we could actually pitch them something now. Like, just say, do something different, guys. You got this. We believe in you.
Okay, so let's
Steal
have a look
something
at
else.
Yeah, just anything.
let's have a look at this at the actual statistics here. And parts of these come from Survivalent Death, so be aware. Over at Sentinels of the Star, who and Mello's here to represent. So we're gonna
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Okay. Okay, here is the month-by-month breakdown of the number of games that they released during this period of time. 2014, they've got like 2 games. But by the time we get to, or actually, we got 2 games and 0.05% of the total on Steam. Okay, 149 games their last year in operation. For what was then 2.14%.
Wow, that's a lot of percent.
2.14% of all games on Steam.
That actually is like a big number.
That's a huge number. Even getting to 0.05% today would be.
Wait, 0.05? That's my IQ.
So you say.
No, it's 0.03. Oh, well.
All right. So, yeah, 173 games released, not all of which actually managed to. Yeah, so. And if we get down to. I have no idea what the hell they mean by this. Oh, it's the total number of games that were actually on Steam at that time.
Humana. That's a lot of games.
That was the number of games on Steam released in that 4-year period. From January 2014 to December 2017. I'm going to call that 4 years, even though the math doesn't look right, because a few more days and it would have been exactly 4 years.
I suppose we can forgive you for that one. We'll allow 4.
Okay. And you're talking about that 2.14%? The games released out of 6,953.
Wow.
And that doesn't include Greenlight, and that's 30 games that were actually managed to make it through Greenlight. Rest in peace, Greenlight. You died way too early.
Wow. Do you think they're just like someone at Steam was just playing red light, green light, and just forgot to change to red light?
Okay, so they picked up $10,000 for a game called The Herbalist as a Kickstarter, which never released. They used it to fund the Unity asset packs and some other shit, because The Herbalist never released. So it looks like the estimate for the amount of money they earned through game sales, $213,000, which is a lot. Yeah. Valve made a little less than 80%, 80,000 of that, which is almost $135,000 in their pockets, based on $10,000 they stole from Kickstarter backers.
Wow, they really finessed everyone there.
It says, knowing is half the battle, and the more you know, of course.
So true. Was that taxed?
Taxes would not be included in this.
We'd need to speak to Sanji on that one, I guess.
Well, no, we wouldn't, because the taxes aren't a part of the equation to begin with.
Ah, I see.
What the customer paid, as we're talking about the raw numbers, because people on Greenlight, or people that sell in the Steam store, it's based on the revenue from the game itself. because
see.
these people don't actually see the taxes. Valve says that
Yeah.
themselves, if I remember correctly.
So what you're saying is the taxman did not cometh.
Well, the taxman was actually paid by the Steam,
I see.
by Valve. The sales taxes. As far as any other taxes, I couldn't tell you.
This is all very taxing on the mind, but fair enough.
As far as income taxes and that kind of thing, business taxes, I couldn't tell you. I don't know where they're at.
I actually don't know what numbers are, if I'm honest, Squirrel. I've got no idea.
I would love to bring the Greenlight Gathering back because that shit was always hilarious, and yeah, that was a thing.
Damn.
And this was it says here all numbers above are revised from Sir Violent Death spreadsheet. But he actually went and looked. 1.0697 all games on Steam are released during that period just for Zonatron accounts.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
Echoes accounts.
It's impressive. It really is quite a big scale to it.
Yes, that was a massive scale. It was all done in just this huge scale.
And because this is Silicon Echo, do we have to hear it again, or?
No, I would hope not.
Oh, good.
But
no echo required.
What really got some folks' attention was that Tim Sweeney said he would be curating games so that only the quality shit turns up. And when confronted about this, he's like, "Yeah."
Really
like,
inclined to input that.
We make decisions. We make decisions on whether or not the games are fun. Well, apparently these were fun because they got published.
I mean, everyone's got different tastes, I guess.
Well, when you're talking about some like super asset flip,
yeah, I suppose if you're making that amount of money, you're probably just thinking, we'll just say yes, why not? I can't lie, I probably would do the same. I'd just be like ticking things left, right, and center.
Sure, we'll just leave Saints Row in the store.
Saints Row.
It's fun, whatever.
Oh god, I love Saints Row though.
Yeah, well, guess what? Today it's on sale for $20.
Oh, I'm loading up the cart. Are we sponsored by Saints Row or?
No, we are not.
Oh,
we are not sponsored. We are not being paid by those people.
Yeah,
and I'm not sure I'd want to.
Fair. Deep Silver though, if you're listening, feel free to reach out. We'll strike something up.
Where is Sanji? Oh, there you go. Sanji's actually watching us work.
He is, yes, he absolutely is.
Yeah, Tim Sweeney's response was very frustrating.
Well, yes, my opinions actually are for sale. Yes, Saints Row, it's quite fun.
I think it is good, to be fair. I do enjoy a bit of Saints Row every now and then.
This particular
the original Saints Row, yes,
was absolutely garbage.
Okay, yeah, it did play like an absolute POS, but other than that, it was fine.
Other
than the whole playability of it, but other than that, it was fine.
Yeah, it's fun as long as you don't play it.
All the things that made the Saints Row games good all went fucking bye-bye.
Oh god, yeah, the new one is not the one. It really isn't. But you know what? It plays quite well, but the story is awful, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say.
Well, what?
Yeah.
I got to watch all of the glitch clips.
Did you have enough time? The amount of hours worth.
Saints Row by Todd Howard.
No, actually, I don't think Todd Howard would have released that.
Yeah, no, unfortunately not. No.
Bethesda, funnily enough, actually has a standard that they go by, and the Saints Row 2023 went nowhere near it.
No. But if Bethesda have taught us through Fallout 76 that they'll deliver us the game. It might just take a few years.
I don't think there's any. There were decisions that got made early on in those games in Saints Row 2023 that should not have been, and nobody
definitely.
was able to do anything about it for a long time.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's
And even then, some of the decisions that got made early on, they can't be undone. They'd have to remake the entire game Final Fantasy 14 style.
Maybe the decision to actually make the game was probably the first decision they probably should have revised.
Yes, I agree. I would agree with that. Why do we need a reboot?
We didn't.
We didn't. We really didn't. The original Saints Row was good as it was.
Exactly. That's why it's Saints Row. We don't need another Saints Row.
Yeah, no, I spotted that one. I was doing research for this and last night, and that one popped up. Like, what the hell?
Oh.
Some people are on some crack.
Basically, they wanted to do Saints Row again, except without the spice.
Yeah, or anything else for that matter.
And without Johnny Gat, and that's what made Saints Row.
Yeah, no, what the hell is that? Okay, so Silicon Echo / Zonatron. They're back up. What they're going, it looks like what they're going to try and do is get Epic to take all the games, and then they're going to turn them over. They're gonna turn them over as best they can until they do something that pisses Tim off.
Would you say it's a bit of an epic fail?
Yes, I like that. I was gonna say something similar to that, but no.
Oh, sorry. I'll tell you what.
No, don't worry about it.
No, Spirit. You say it now, and then in the edit, we'll remove my one, and your one will be cool.
Yeah, we're not editing this.
We might do one.
In the honor of what we're covering, no, we don't need to edit.
Yeah, well, again, this is what you get for live radio, right?
You're listening to Radio W2 Report.
Aye. Look, someone wants to talk to us. Get your ass in. Get your ass in here, Sanji.
Well.
I can bring myself in, thank you very much.
Look who wants this channel back.
I'm in charge today. You said so.
I did.
Do you have anything to add that we haven't? Aside from doing the whole ADHD, we're going to talk about everybody else too. Talking shit about the rest of the universe is just as much fun as talking shit about Silicon Echo.
Yeah,
more in some ways. But
I just want to say this. Bring back Greenlight Gathering.
I agree. Bring back Greenlight Gathering. I would love to, Mello. If they'd ever put Greenlight back together, we could do that. We tried doing direct damage, but it just turned into a big fucking snowball, and there was no way to fix it.
Well, you gotta get the ball rolling.
We couldn't cover a tenth of what they had. We couldn't even do the trailers of a tenth of, actually, even 1% of the floodgate that fucking opened after they murdered Greenlight. With Greenlight, at least you got some sort of filter.
Yeah.
Is there such thing as yellow lighting a game?
Yeah, I wish.
Just checking.
Because I would have red lighted if it had been me. I would have red lighted most of the games at that time.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, by the way, Sanjay? Are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling a little bit better. That's why I'm here.
Uh-huh.
Hashtag Kickstarter crap. There you go. I would personally like to see somebody pick up the herbologist, or at least that concept, and do those games and put the game on that on that.
Yeah.
Well, see, the way Steam Greenlight worked was that you had $100 for a developer license, and you could put as many things on Greenlight as you wanted. The thing is you had to get enough votes to make a threshold so that you could, and Valve would just get together with you and get it all set up for publishing.
Mm.
And if you couldn't get enough votes, well, there were key for vote scams and all that crap. It was
myped.ru.
oh God, those people.
Living in a democracy.
Well, it was as close to a direct democracy as this planet has seen since ancient Greece. It didn't necessarily work then either.
Well, yeah. It's all Greek to me.
Yeah. I see what you did there.
Oh, thank you.
Mixology healthy, and there you go. So yeah, I think we've about run this topic into the ground for the moment.
It's true.
Something to add?
May I say something? Just while we have the floor.
Go for it.
If this video gets 10 likes, Sanji will be better again. So make sure you like the video.
Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Not really. Oh, I forgot to. Oh, Sanji got us the meme. Sanji had the meme of the show, and I didn't. He didn't leave me that.
The more you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
What's the other half?
I don't know. Actually getting out there, kicking ass, and taking names.
Violence.
Yeah, that doesn't work. But at least not in this context.
Ah. I'm learning today.
Yes.
I feel like that's what these podcasts are. I feel like I'm just being educated by wise people.
You mean people that have been running around this industry for way longer than they could have been?
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Actually, yes. Funny enough.
I should have got out of the game before I even started my original YouTube channel.
No. You signed a contract, my friend.
Yeah, I know. I'm invested now.
As for me, I'm more of a wise ass.
Still wise though.
Well, until the next time we see you, beware. The tax man cometh.
Or at least showeth up on time.
But that was then and this is now, and he's far gone. And his voice had lingered on for far too long. He said, my fearless son, you can't be stronger than them all. The birds control the sky and if the jungle likely fall. And you need an alibi just to pass by in this life. Cause your shield can't protect you from death's sight. Oh no. When he left the fight himself, I left his spirit and body and soul. I also left my family, literally. Cause if he's not worth anything, then what do I know? I'm just a carbon copy of a damned machine.
Hello, folks. This is Morgan Freeman. This concludes our broadcast day. I'm Morgan Freeman.